Hey guys, Block Squad 1000 here, and today I'm going to be continuing my E3 2018 coverage. And in the last episode, I talked about how I wanted to do a predictions type of video, and I know that this is sort of a cliche thing to do because everybody does these and it gets kind of old after a while, but I don't know, I mean, if I'm going to cover E3, I'm going to have to do this, I guess, because, I mean, why not? So, first off, I want to say that most of this should be taken with a grain of salt because it is just predictions. Most of these sound pretty unplausible, but I wouldn't necessarily say that they're out of the question. I just don't expect all of this to be revealed, obviously. Now the two presentations that I'm the most excited about are Nintendo and Sony, and that's just because those are the two platforms that I play on the most. But I'm also going to keep an eye out for Bethesda and Ubisoft, and maybe Square Enix, mostly just because of Kingdom Hearts 3. But for the most part, it's Nintendo and Sony. I'm going to start with Nintendo. I have a lot to say about Nintendo because in general I find that Nintendo's E3 conferences, or presentations I guess, because they don't really do conferences anymore, are the ones that are the most interesting at E3 because they always keep the most surprises for E3 compared to other companies. Most companies have like their own little things that they do throughout the year and they announce a lot of stuff. Nintendo has the Nintendo Direct, but they save most of their heavy hitters for E3. So I feel like in general, Nintendo sort of has the track record for having the most that I predict for at E3. It seems that Sony and the other companies like to reveal a lot of their stuff before E3 and have like actual like full-on reveals at E3, I guess. It's like what Sony's doing right now is they're announcing like 3 games leading up to E3, and then they're gonna probably do full reveals at E3 and stuff like that. So yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is that Nintendo usually has the most stuff that there is to talk about at E3. So I have a lot of stuff to talk about them. Starting off right now, we are obviously going to get Super Smash Bros. Because it's already confirmed at this point that that is what they're going to be showing off as like their big game. Every single year they always have one game that they have like the forefront. In 2016 it was Breath of the Wild, last year was Odyssey, and now it's Smash. Now I expect that Smash will have like a really big presence throughout the entire presentation. It'll probably be like multiple trailers. I'm expecting at least 2 trailers. One that's a major gameplay reveal, I guess, and then another trailer that's sort of character reveals, I guess. It could be the other way around, where the gameplay reveals at the beginning and then the character reveals at the end. Who knows? I just expect to have 2 different trailers and one for each. Character predictions, I really don't think that most of these are just complete and utter dreams. I don't really expect. I mean, a couple of them are pretty possible, but I wouldn't necessarily say that most of these will actually happen. My dream character to have in Smash is Joker from Persona 5, and not just because I'm Let's playing Persona 5 right now. I'm actually super hopeful that he'll get into Smash somehow, because he's a character that I think would fit really well into Smash. I also want Solaire Vastora from Dark Souls. I want Crash Bandicoot. I want the Breath of the Wild champions, Springman, Waluigi, and Rex, and maybe Pyra from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Yeah, I don't really think that Joker and Solaire are gonna get into Smash, but I can dream. Crash Bandicoot is probably more likely, but I don't know. I mean, I guess we just gotta wait and see. So yeah, those are the characters that I want to see. I mean, obviously I won't talk about them too much because everybody has already done their character predictions, but those are the kind of things I expect. I expect that there's going to be a lot of character reveals because, I mean, the game is coming out later this year and they don't really have a lot of time to reveal too many characters. I expect that there will be some character reveals sprinkled throughout the rest of the year, like during directs and stuff. Maybe they'll have like a big Smash Direct that reveals a bunch of stuff. So Smash Bros. 5, I expect it'll be revealed, and it'll be similar to Splatoon 2, where it's a sequel that has borrowed assets from Smash 4, just like Splatoon 2 had borrowed assets from Splatoon 1. I know that some people kind of don't want to admit this, but I think it is pretty possible, and I don't really think it'll matter too much, because it's still a sequel. It just sort of has things that are taken from Smash Bros. 4, and I don't know, I mean, I don't really care about that too much, because Smash isn't really a game that you can create a sequel with. You can just expand upon it. It's like having a new version, I guess. Now, for another prediction, I expect there will be a Splatoon 2 major update announcement. And this is where I don't really know if this will be a real, like, I don't really know if this will be a thing that'll happen. It's just because we got an announcement for a major update in March. And I don't think they'll be announcing a major update this soon. But at the same time, Nintendo does do them a lot, so it wouldn't be out of the question. What I mean by like a major update is because they just released 3.0 a couple weeks ago. They could announce it, but then they won't release it for a couple months or something. Okay, so now for one of the more outlandish predictions, I guess. I expect that Metroid Prime 4 will have a small teaser, similar to what they did with Breath of the Wild in 2014, where, I mean, I feel like it sort of lines up, I guess. With Breath of the Wild, they announced they were making a new Zelda game in 2013, then had a teaser in 2014, and then obviously they delayed it a bunch of times. But I expect that they'll do something similar with Metroid Prime 4, where, because they teased it last year, I think this time we'll get like a full teaser that sort of shows off what the game will be like, but they're not going to show off a whole lot of it. And the reason why is because I sort of expect that Metroid Prime 4 will be the big focus for next year's E3. I don't think they want to have a game like Metroid Prime 4 overshadowed by Smash. So I think it makes more sense if they did it like that. And, you know, I'd be down for that. I want Metroid Prime 4 to be a big focus for next E3. That'd be pretty cool. Pikmin 4 will be fully announced for summer 2019. Now this one, I don't know, it's kind of iffy because Nintendo just does not know what to do with Pikmin 4. They announced it was in development, they announced it was close to completion, then a bunch of stuff happened. It's still be happening apparently. Last E3 was the last we heard of it, I'm pretty sure. And Miyamoto did confirm that it is still being made. And yeah, I don't really know what they're going to do, but I really do hope that they show it off, because I love Pikmin, and I'm sort of losing faith in Pikmin 4 because we just are hearing nothing about it. And, yeah, I don't know. But if they do announce it, I expect it'll be released in summer of 2019. It sounds like a game that they release in 2019. I mean, just to fill up the library. And I mean, come on, it'll be portable Pikmin. Not Hey Pikmin, but an actual portable Pikmin. It'll be awesome. Yoshi will finally get a full announcement for March 2019. I believe this will be similar to what they did with Kirby, where it's shown off at E3 and that's released in March. And the difference is that Yoshi, we didn't really hear anything about it, but Kirby just sort of came out immediately after E3. I really don't know why they showed off Yoshi at E3 last year when it's so clearly not done. But if it is close to completion, then it might actually get released later this year. Who knows? But I am expecting March 2019 for that game. So Fire Emblem will get a full reveal. I mean, really, when else are they gonna reveal it? I really hope they do, to be honest, because I don't know, it's been so long since we heard about Fire Emblem coming to the Switch, and I just really want it. I've wanted to get into Fire Emblem, and I've never actually played an actual Fire Emblem game, so this will be a great chance to get into it. I just hope it comes out soon, because I'm really getting impatient with actually hearing nothing about it. We heard, what, like 3 sentences worth of information on it, like a year and a half ago or something, back during January, of, yeah, because it was revealed during like a Fire Emblem Direct, and it's just, we just know nothing about it, and it's sad because I really want to know more about it. Now this is probably one of the more outlandish predictions as well. The N64 Classic may get revealed, and the reason why I'm saying it's outlandish is because it really doesn't sound like an E3 announcement, and that's because in previous years they've always, with the NES Classic and the SNES Classic, they always revealed those on random dates. They didn't really have a special event for them or anything, they just revealed them out of nowhere. And so I don't really think that they're going to do that with the N64 Classic, especially since it's basically just a plug-and-play console. I really don't know why they would devote any time at E3 to that. But if it does, then cool, I guess. It would be interesting to know. And a couple third-party announcements could happen. I mean, they should happen because I really hope we get some third-party stuff. I don't know what we'll get. I'm still keeping my fingers crossed that Atlas will announce more stuff about Shin Megami Tensei 5. Or who knows, maybe they'll even bring Persona 5 over to the Switch, but that's really unlikely because I don't think they would do that when it's technically a Sony exclusive. So yeah, that's that. I expect that Dark Souls Remastered, I mean, because it came out for other consoles, but it still doesn't have a release date for the Nintendo Switch version because they deleted it because they wanted to optimize it a bit more. I expect that we'll actually get a brief little thing about it where we learn the release date or something. We might also get some stuff about Monster Hunter Ultimate, Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. I hope we do, because I'm actually really looking forward to playing that on the Switch. I mean, I've never really been into Monster Hunter, and I did play World, and I love that game so much. I want to get into the other games, so that'll be fun. So yeah, this is also my last prediction for Nintendo. 3DS and Amiibo will have little to no presence throughout the entire presentation. And that's just because, you know, they're dead. 3DS is dead. There's like nothing coming out for it except like very small titles. Amiibo, Nintendo clearly doesn't really care about Amiibo all that much anymore. We rarely get Amiibo announcements at all. I mean, the Slayer Amiibo is honestly the only Amiibo that I want to get in, like, for the first time in years. I don't really care about Amiibo at all, and I'm pretty sure that Nintendo realizes that. And so I think they're just sort of slowly dwindling them out, and it's kind of sad, because I thought that Amiibo had a lot of potential, but apparently not. Now we're going to move on to Sony, and Sony is a little bit more interesting because they've already announced a bunch of games they're going to show off at E3. So this is going to be more or less just what I expect them to show off, and not necessarily predictions. There is one major prediction, though, and that is From Software's new game, quote-unquote, Shadows Die Twice. I am really looking forward to this game because I love From Software, and even though we know nothing about this game, I'm still hyped, and I want them to show this off at E3 so badly. Come on, From Software, please tell me you're going to be at E3. I expect that they're going to have a major... I'm pretty sure it's going to be... like, if it is a Sony exclusive, and I hope it isn't, to be honest, because I feel like it's kind of a shame when people don't get to experience From Software's games just because they're Sony exclusives. But if it is, I expect it'll be Sony's biggest hitter for this year. It'll be like their big reveal that... I mean, technically the game's already been revealed, but we don't even know the name or anything about it. So, yeah, it could probably just be Sony's heavy hitter. Spider-Man, it'll get a new trailer that'll reveal new story and gameplay details. I'm really looking forward to Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. He's like my favorite superhero. So I hope that, because the thing is that we already know so much about this game, and we already know when it's coming out and everything. So there isn't really much they can do with this game at E3. But I guess if they had to do anything, that'd be it. The Last of Us Part 2. Really looking forward to this game as well. It'll get a release date. Really, at this point, it should just get a release date, so let's hope that happens. If I had to guess, I'm going to say 2019, but if not, like if they don't even release... I expect at least a release window, not a release date. I think there's going to be more stuff about that. Maybe at like PSX. Maybe we'll learn more about that game then. Death Stranding. Now this is also another, pretty much all the games on this list I'm really excited for. Death Stranding, I expect will finally get a gameplay reveal and a release window, since it is supposed to come out in 2019, from what we know. And I don't know, I'm really excited because I'm so intrigued by this game. I'm so excited to see what Kojima's up to because he's awesome. And I don't know, this game really does look interesting and so weird and bizarre, and I'm just, what is it? Because we don't have any gameplay yet. We've just had like a bunch of really cryptic trailers that are so bizarre and artistic, I guess. But I guess we will finally find out what Kojima's doing with this game. As for my last little prediction, 1 or 2 first-party exclusives will be revealed, and I don't really count From Software as that, because From Software is a third-party company, and when I say like first-party, I'm talking about like Sony's main companies that they own and stuff like that. So I expect that that'll be the case. I don't know. I mean, I always love Sony exclusives, so I hope that something is revealed. So as for other stuff, and this is just like my last little bit here, Beyond Good and Evil 2 will get a gameplay demo and a new trailer. I expect that because last year we just got the trailer and we didn't really learn anything about it. We don't even know what platform it's coming out for, or platforms, I guess. But I am excited, to say the least. I have never played Beyond Good and Evil, and I know that it's a really good game, from what I know. And I don't know, the trailer did interest me quite a bit. It looks fascinating, but I don't know. Ubisoft, I guess it's up to them what they do with it. I hope that it'll be really good, because for once, Ubisoft has actually really captivated me with the game. And I know that a lot of people, especially people who grew up with the original Beyond Good and Evil, aren't really happy with this trailer, like with the trailer we got last year, but I don't know. Whatever we get this year, I'm excited. Kingdom Hearts 3 will almost certainly get a release date, and I really doubt this, but it might get delayed to 2019. The reason why I doubt this is because it's kind of already been set in stone that's coming out this year, but they could betray us at the last second and release it in 2019. So, but for sure, I know that it's gonna get a release date. There's no way that they're gonna hold it off. Shadow with the Tomb Raider will get a full reveal because we already got like a cryptic little. Well, we're not really cryptic, but we just got like a teaser for it that showed a cinematic, and that was it. And I don't really know anything about this game because I don't really play the new Tomb Raider games, but I don't know. I guess it's a prediction, so there it is. Monster Hunter World will have a big update announced. I mean, Monster Hunter World has already been confirmed to be shown off at E3. I don't really know what capacity it will come in, but I imagine that it will have a big update announced. What I mean by that is like a big event or something. I hope so, because like I said before, I love Monster Hunter World and want to see more of it. Bethesda probably won't have too many announcements, and this saddens me because I really was hoping we would get a new Bethesda game, like an actual new. I mean, we're getting Fallout 76, but for real, I was expecting like either a new IP or Elder Scrolls 6, and it's so sad that we still aren't getting either. Instead, we're just getting this new Fallout game, and I don't even care about it that much. But yeah, Bethesda. Even though I'm going to watch their presentation because I love Bethesda, I just don't know what they're going to show off this year, and I don't think there's going to be too many big announcements. I mean, we're getting Rage 2, and we're getting Fallout 76, and some stuff about Elder Scrolls Legends or something. I don't know. Guess we'll just have to wait and see. And then finally, EA will probably bring some stuff, but I don't care about them, so screw EA. Okay then, and that is basically it. That is everything I have on this list that I've written right here. Those are my predictions. We're only like a week away until E3, and I'm very excited to see what all the companies have to bring, except EA. So, with all that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will be back here soon to, I guess, start talking about E3 and all the announcements and stuff. The next video that goes up for my E3 coverage will be my reaction to, I don't really know what the first conference is going to be, but whatever the first conference is, I'm going to try to record my reaction to it, unless it happens while I'm at school, in which case it's not going to work out, but I'm going to do that. See you guys later. Bye!